Krampus is just Street Nicholas's goat-horned enforcer, rewritten as a standalone horror villain because modern audiences wanted a monster without the moral fine print. For centuries across Austria, Bavaria, Slovenia, and Croatia, Krampus showed up every December 5th during Krampusnacht with birch branches, bells, and chains to punish kids who'd misbehaved all year. Street. Nicholas handed out rewards the next morning. Krampus made sure you really wanted to earn them. His name comes from Krampen, meaning claw, and his job was simple. Be scary enough that obedience felt like survival. This wasn't a monster story. It was a moral system with horns. Folklorists trace Krampus back before Christianity, possibly to Nordic Hel, goddess of the underworld, or older Alpine winter rites tied to fertility and the solstice. The Catholic Church tried banning him in the 12th century because he looked too much like the devil. Austria's Christian Social Party took another swing in 1934. Neither stuck. The mountains kept their traditions, and Krampus kept his bells. Meanwhile, America was busy inventing Santa Claus in the 1820 seconds, a purely benevolent gift giver with zero baggage and definitely no birch switches. The Alpine world stuck with both the carrot and the stick. Then horror cinema found him. In the 1990 seconds and 2000s, filmmakers started pulling Krampus into genre territory. But the real shift happened in 2015 when Michael Dougherty's Krampus hit theaters. The film ripped him away from Street. Nicholas entirely turned him into a standalone curse demon and gave him his own mythology. No moral framework, no reward system, just a horned nightmare hunting families for spectacle and scares. Overnight, Krampus went from Alpine folklore to mainstream horror IP, sitting comfortably next to Freddy and Myers on the villain shelf. Today, two versions exist side by side. In Munich and Salzburg, Krampuslaufs still fill the streets every December with costumed locals carrying on the old tradition. But internationally, most people meet Krampus through horror films, TV episodes, and video games where he's a pure predator with no context, no saint, and no second act. Pop culture took a punishment figure designed to reinforce obedience and repackaged him as a monster you survive, not a consequence you avoid. We turned a moral teacher into a home invasion demon because horror doesn't need nuance. It needs a new face to put on a poster. If you want more folklore that got rewritten into franchise villains, subscribe and tell us which myth deserves the deep dive next.